Hi friends, Alicia here, vlogging for you today from San Diego, where I live but don't show off nearly enough. Today I wanted to take you over to the offices of Lume Cube, which is this awesome light company that I've been kind of working with over the past year, learning about their products and sharing their products. They make this awesome little cube light, which I've talked about in videos before. You can mount it on top of a DSLR camera. I've mounted it on my DJI Osmo, and it's this super bright light. And they're gonna show me some products that they have that accessorize this light, and also some stuff that they're doing with this light on drones. They are super innovative, and I'm so excited to see what they have going on and also meet the staff and just seeing how they do things, how a small startup does things here in San Diego. And they are right outside of Pacific Beach, which is like the coolest spot to be in San Diego, especially on a hot summer day like this. So yeah, after we visit the offices, I will take you around Pacific Beach a little bit and kind of just give you the full San Diego vibe, everything from video production accessories to beach life. Alright, I'm in the Lume Cube offices. This is Riley.
Hey guys.
This is Lindsay.
Hi.
Who's this guy?
Trevor.
Trevor.
What about me?
You guys are cool. What's your name?
I'm Travis.
Hi, Travis. And we're gonna do a little office tour.
Sure. So this is the major room. This is, we got Edgar doing all graphics.
Hi, Edgar.
Back there. Mini photo studio, sales, marketing here, and then all things customer service and support for all our customers. As we pop back in, we gotta cross over the skate ramp. Necessary in every office, of course.
Of course.
We got Justin back here.
Hi, Justin.
Doing some shipping and inventory. And of course, we're surrounded by all of our boxes of our beautiful Lume Cubes.
Lovely.
All stacked up as usual. There's not too many on the shelves because the minute they come in, they go right back out the door to all those customers out there. And then we kind of roll over right into our lobby slash fun zone slash coffee tiki bar. And then of course we have all of these 3D printers. So everything here allows us to wrap and prototype accessories, test different mounts for different drones. When an idea pops into Mornay's head, we get to have something within 2 or 3 hours. You can see this one going right down here, and this is building mounts for the Typhoon H. And of course, we wouldn't be in San Diego without a rack of surfboards.
Absolutely.
That is necessary. And next to it, we are very proud of both ourselves and everything we do, but this is our nice little small award section, which is growing month by month.
Excellent.
We got the cover of Rotodrome magazine in August last year, which was great. Light of the Year from the Lucy Technical Awards, USA Today, Editor's Choice. So a number of different things that we've fought and worked very hard for that we're excited about. So
very cool.
Gotta have those be the first. This is always a fun one because you see the way the product looks now. So nice, beautiful, strong, a lot of design behind it. But you can see where we've come from. This was 2 years ago. Basically, time and time again, in order to create a great product, you got to go through many rounds. So this was round 1, 2015 CES, when we were fortunate to get on the cover of USA Today Tech Section. Many rounds later, here we are, and we have what we now have in market. So a little bit of the history behind us.
I love technology because your vintage history is 2015 CES.
I can't tell you how excited we were when that showed up too, and now we thought that was the future of everything, but you know, that's the way it continues to go. So
awesome.
The executive office you'll see.
Yeah.
Not so executive.
It's Mornay. Mornay Shipping. How you doing?
Good. Working hard.
Right.
I met Mornay at like a party, what, like 6-7 years ago?
Probably 2009.
8 years ago, yeah, and he worked for Nick Software.
Yeah.
So we were kind of in the same industry, we became Facebook friends, and then when I found out about Lume Cube, we'll talk about that in a minute, I found out he was the owner of the company, and I was like, this is awesome. I already know all the coolest people in San Diego. So.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Okay, now clear this up. Lume Cube, Lume Cube.
Lume Cube. A lot of people like to say Lume Cube.
Yeah.
And I said, if we went by those rules, it might be Lume Cuba. So we like to say Lume Cube.
Lume Cube. Okay.
Right.
I kind of knew that was the case, but I couldn't stop saying Lume Cube. Okay, so Riley's going to show us their, not the latest product, but a very useful product they've created to accessorize the Lume Cube and make it more functional in different areas, right?
Absolutely. This has been long awaited for all of our Lume Cube customers and those basically looking at anything light. So Lume Cube naturally has a 6,000 Kelvin color temperature and is a small versatile light source. But big question that we've had from a lot of people has been, how do I diffuse it and or change the color temperature? getting it down to that tungsten balance, even as low as 3,000, 4,000 Kelvin for those different environments that you might be shooting in. So, enter the lighthouse. Small, super lightweight, but super durable aluminum housing for your Lume Cube. So you pop your Lume Cube right in, clip it down, and then you see here we have a range of both flat diffusers as well as our CTO gels, and then we even have things that are called diffusion bulbs. So as I pop our Lume Cube on here, you can see it gives me a nice, in this environment where we have some tungsten lighting, a bluer light. So if I actually pop one of these off, I'll just take the one right off of the edge. And so now I'm gonna have a much warmer color temperature. And as I dial that in, I can dial that down and just give us a really nice fill light, as well as then say, you know, if I do think it's maybe even a little sharp, take one of our diffusers, pop that on, and now we have a nice soft diffused light that's also gonna be color corrected. So the beautiful part about it is it's all magnetic based, so you can have any combo in the world. I can have it be, you know, highly diffused and slightly color corrected, or really, really color corrected down to a low color temperature,
right.
And then also just a slight diffuser. But then what's really fun about it is also we can even say, you know what, let's give a nice round bulb. So that's going to give us a really soft, beautiful light with really soft edges, giving us something that also, an interview perspective, is not going to kill the person's eyes.
Right.
So giving you all that kind of capability.
Very cool. And these lights are definitely for professionals in a certain sense. You can do all sorts of professional, you know, multi-camera, multi-light shoots with them. But I like what you said about them for travel vloggers, or, you know, just even amateur travel videographers. This light is basically the functionality of what could be like a huge lighting kit if you had a few of these. And they're so portable. I mean, you never question whether or not you can bring the light, because
Absolutely.
It's so small, and lighting kits traditionally are
massive.
Huge.
Massive. And that's the beauty about it. It's 3.5 ounces as it is right there. And that's really what we saw, is usually, like, you can take your camera bag the way you came in today,
right.
And you've got a little tripod, you've got your camera, you've got a lens or two. So you're ready for anything. Mm-hmm. But if you came in with all your lighting equipment, you'd then have to be toting a Pelican case behind you.
Yeah.
And so that's what's so nice for us, is we wanted to put that big professional lighting quality, but in something that you can then just toss right in your camera bag next to your lens, not have to worry about it. And then, you know, whether or not it becomes your go-to light or just that thing you pull out to have a little fill, like you mentioned here and there, mm-hmm. It's in your bag and you don't think about it because it's not weighing you down.
Right.
It's going to be with you everywhere you go. And of course, being waterproof and durable allows you just to not even worry about it. And when that light bulb goes off and says, hey, I need a little fill light, or I got to light this up, the sun went down a little too much, you've always got this right there and it's not carrying you down. So
definitely.
That's the goal.
This is the DJI Phantom 4. You've seen it before on this channel. They're never mine. Always someone else's
Soon.
Phantom 4.
Soon.
Yeah, soon. So you've got it hooked up with 2 lights. So my first question that I asked Riley, I was like, why do you need a light on a drone? Because you're in the sky. What are you trying to light?
Absolutely. So what we see these days is drones are becoming like a tool for photographers. So allowing them to not only capture new angles with the drone and the aerial perspective, but also using it as a tool to capture new angles with the DSLR while they're on the ground. So what we see a lot of is using these lights, popping them right on the drone. So you can see right here, we just have a nice plastic mount that's adjusted perfectly for the Phantom 4. We offer them for the Phantom 3, the Inspire, the Autel, and basically what people are now doing is, whether it's follow camming somebody at night, doing some really creative video, or even then pointing them down, and now doing some really, really creative long exposure stuff. Mm-hmm. So we'll share with you a few images, but being able to get this light paint long exposure type creativity and putting light where it's never been done before, whether you're at this epic viewpoint in somewhere like Yosemite, or you're traveling somewhere and you get this great perspective, it might be just after sunset, but you take a drone up with some lights, and now you can take this long exposure and pop a drone over that, you know, single tree that's out there in the prairie, or right up along the bridge in the mountain. And essentially, what would have taken before $30,000, $40,000 to get a crane, a helicopter, to get this lighting, overhead lighting, now you can just sit there, pop your drone up, and get this overhead lighting, essentially making those really, really high-end angles and high-end content much more affordable and achievable, just by having some portable lights on. And Lume Cube, we are the only ones doing this right now. We've kind of opened the drone lighting game, if you will. We've had a few ideas going into it, but seeing what people are actually doing out there through social media and posts and content creation, it's so far beyond what we ever anticipated, and that's what keeps inspiring us to keep going every day. So it's awesome to see, it really is.
I love it. I've talked them into doing some skateboarding tricks for me. Show the world what San Diego's all about. I've never filmed skateboarders before. This is weird. There you go.
That's all I got.
Cool.
I like it.
High five.
All right.
All right. San Diego.
Yes.
Right, that was fun. I definitely need that light box so I can warm up the fill-in lighting on these shots here when I'm vlogging. And I also need to play more with the underwater aspect of the Lume Cube with my GoPro because I think that could do some really cool things. But right now, I'm headed to the beach. This is my favorite place to park in all of PB. It's just like the prettiest palm tree lined street. I don't know. This is Pacific Beach. Beautiful! It's almost always beautiful, but it is June, so there's a lot of tourists in town, a lot of people doing really beachy things, and it feels like an extra fun day. I'm really glad I got to come over here. Over here we have the lovely and world famous Crystal Pier, and then there's also the hotel, which is over the ocean, so you can actually sleep in little cottages right over the ocean. How cool is that? Way cool. I used to live here for the first 7 years I lived in San Diego, and I haven't been back in a few months. I miss it. I love it here. Alright guys, I am back over in South Park to catch the sunset. I should have stayed over there for sunset, but I was getting tired. I actually filmed quite a bit over in PB. I was filming B-roll for my top 10 things to do in San Diego video, which I'll probably talk about in the next several videos because I'm gonna take my time filming it and doing each thing. And I thought I would make a handful of San Diego vlogs as well before I leave this amazing city. So I have a month and a half here. So this vlog will be the first, and then stay tuned for at least a few more. We will also be talking about more video production gear, including the drone I'm going to get. Still haven't announced which one. I just announced I was having a baby last week. That was kind of a big deal, but the drone's a big deal too. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about Lume Cube today. Lume Cube, I definitely did, and I will link to their products in the video description below and on my blog at ame.tv, as well as the accessories that they've made for their products, which I think are really cool. Be sure to subscribe to AME TV if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!